Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ashish Mahamuni, and in this video we are going to learn structured concurrency in Java 21. This is a preview API. Structured concurrency was introduced as incubating API in JDK 19. It was re-incubated in JDK 20. Structured concurrency is introduced to simplify concurrent programming. Often developers find difficulty in managing complex tasks when broke into multiple subtasks. Let's take an example. So suppose we have scenario where we have divided our one complex task into multiple subtasks. Let's call this complex task as parent task, result of which depends on result of child 1 and child 2. So code is in front of you, string this method parent, let's say it returns some string. We have method child 1, method child 2. Of course, these are future tasks. So this is how it will look like. So now due to let's say availability and possibility that a task composes the results of multiple I operations. So child 1 and child 2, let's assume they perform multiple I operations, which will run faster if each of these operations, child 1 and child 2, execute concurrently in their own thread. So virtual thread in this case will make cost effective, and to dedicate a thread to every such I operation will have better throughput. But managing the huge number of threads can result, it remains a challenge. Let's consider in unstructured concurrency context. That is, today, if we have subtasks executing concurrently, so in child 1 and child 2, which tasks are running concurrently, each subtask can succeed or fail independently. Let's consider scenario where child 1 throws child 1 method throws exception, child 2 continues to execute. Now this is a thread leak which wastes resources. Also, child 2 may interfere with other tasks. If parent the second problem would be if parent method is interrupted or cancelled, both child 1 and child 2 threads may cause a thread leak. If one of the subtasks, say child 1, takes more time to execute, if one of the subtasks, say child 1, takes more time to execute and child 2 fails in the meantime, while in this case, parent would wait unnecessarily to child 1 task to complete. It can mark this task as failure as soon as child 2 is failing. So these are some problems. I will repeat again. So suppose child 1 fails and child 2 continues to execute. This is a thread leak. So thread leak which wastes resources, and also this child 2 may interfere with other tasks. Let's say it also commits some, it may go and commit some database transactions. Second is parent method interrupted or cancelled. Both child 1 and child 2 thread may cause thread leak. And if child 2 uh, is taking some time to execute, but child 2 fails, child 1 takes more time to execute, but child 2 fails, then parent would wait unnecessarily. So these three scenarios are there. So let's say what structured concurrency has to offer in this scenario. So the relationship that we talked about in previous program, that is parent and child relationship, is this relationship is in developer's mind. It is not there in actual program, right? So what structured concurrency was required, it basically promotes a style of concurrent programming that can eliminate common risks arising from cancellation and shutdown, such as thread leaks and cancellation delays. It also improves observability of concurrent code. Remember, this is an preview API. So overall, the overall, if you look at it, the cancellation of any of the tasks which causes thread leaks and delays in cancellation, this problem structured concurrency tries to resolve. Um, what it what structured concurrency not trying to resolve is, it's not a goal to replace any of the concurrency constructs in current Java util concurrent package, such as executor, service, and future. These services and futures are going to be there. Executors are will be there. They are not going to change. It's not goal to define the definitive structured concurrency API for the Java platform. Uh, Other structured concurrency constructs can be defined by third-party libraries in future JDK releases. Also, uh, it's not a goal to define a means of sharing streams of data among threads. Those are channels. So, but this is they are saying that it can be proposed in future releases. not a goal to replace the existing thread interruption mechanism with a new thread cancellation mechanism. So new thread, there is no new thread interruption mechanism. They are as of now, it is not going to get replaced. But what I have read is they might propose it in future. All right, let's move ahead. Yeah. So last part is those who have already gone through this process of writing concurrent code would agree that writing an efficient concurrent code is an art, but we don't expect every developer to be an artist, and that's the reason I feel that this structured concurrency may have good value in in future. Okay, so let's write some code. Yeah, let me on my editor. Yeah, so we have structured concurrency provides two policies to shut down your structured task scope. So first we shut down on success, and second is shut down on failure. So let's look at it one by one. So they use this short circuiting mechanism pattern to avoid doing unnecessary work, as we discussed earlier. Like if cancel interruption happens, then there should not be a thread loop, and vice versa. Uh, so it makes sense to cancel all the subtasks if one of them fails, or alternatively if one of them succeeds. Okay, so let's take example one by one. Structured scope dot shutdown. First of all, let's take example of shutdown success. We create scope object. All right. So we have now scope dot fork this method. Let's use runnable. We return result one here. Okay. Scope two. This is our task key. Result two. All right. Now what we do is we call scope dot join, and we have one exception in yeah, interrupted exception, and let's print the result. We print the result. So as you can see, yeah, as you can see, yeah, and yeah, it's a we need to add auto closable, so we need to add yeah, it's okay, it's auto closable. Okay, so the what would be the result here? So let's see. So as of now, this is shut down on success, and here we are seeing no exception. Okay, so I think it will not go beyond result one. It should print result one. Okay, so we need to go to open module settings. We have to go to project, and here we have to enable preview. Yeah. Now let's try to run again. Result one. Now let's see. We can have one more task here. Okay, let me give you an example, and let's make sure we have more than two tasks. It's result one. Now let's say if I get an exception over here, I will write some actual code here so that we'll get some exception in result one. So as soon as I get the exception, it should go to result two. Okay, so you can see there is an exception. Because of that, what happened? It went to result two. So that's the this is shutdown on success, which says that if one process this will get shut down as soon as there is one successful result. So it will go. It will not execute. This third process will exit from here only. And if I remove this, then it will execute just one task, and it will immediately shut down. Okay, because we have found first successful task. Now let's take another example, which maybe a more practical case that on we shut down on in case of failure. Let's create new structure scope dot shutdown failure. Okay, it's fine. Now structured scope dot. Now we need to use subtask here of type string child one process scope dot core. Then same code. In fact, I can use this code here. Okay. So first, let's see. Let's take example where everything is successful. Then we will take example of failure. All right. We have now three processes. Now what we will do is scope dot join, and what I need to do is throw if failed. Okay. Otherwise, won't fail. Okay. So let's get the result 1 2 3. What I'm going to do is child1 dot get plus child2 dot get plus child3 dot get. Okay. So let's try to run this first. In this case, we are not seeing exception in. Yeah. So here we are getting result 1 2 3. Okay. Now let's see. Let's try to reproduce this scenario again. If we have exception in, this time let's say in result 2. So I have this exception. Then let's see what happens. Okay, so you can see now the result 2, it says that exception has occurred and it has failed immediately. Okay, so this is how you can use structured task code. Remember that this is a review API. Thanks for watching my video.